In the town of Bangalore, India, on the outskirts of the city along Old Madras Road, stands an old church, its white paint peeling and its bell tower silhouetting against the sky. Behind it lies a cemetery, a place of quiet remembrance during the day. But as the sun sets, the cemetery known as Kalpalli Cemetery or St. John's Cemetery takes on a different character. Locals say the dead are not as silent as they should be, and some nights the veil between the living and the dead is so thin you can hear the restless souls wailing, whispering secrets only they can hear. Let me tell you the night watchman's tale. The old stone walls of the cemetery are covered with moss and creepers, making it almost invisible from the road. Inside, marble headstones stand like sentries marking the final resting place of countless souls. During the day, the cemetery is peaceful, a place where the living come to pay their respects to the dead. But as darkness falls, the atmosphere shifts, the shadows grow longer, the wind picks up and the silence is broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant call of a lone bird. One night, a young taxi driver named Ravi was returning home from a late shift. The monsoon had just arrived, and the city was drenched in a fine rain. The wind howled like a wounded beast, and the trees swayed ominously, creating eerie shapes on the ground. As he drove past the cemetery, he noticed a man standing by the old tree. The man was tall and thin, and he was wearing white clothes. Despite the rain, he didn't seem to move or react to the storm. Ravi stopped and asked if the man needed a ride, but the stranger didn't respond. He just stared at the car. Uncertain what to do, Ravi decided to get closer. As he approached, he could see that the man's face was pale and his eyes were vacant. Startled, Ravi quickly got back into his car and started to drive away. But then the man did something that made the blood freeze in his veins. He slowly opened the back door of the car and sat down without a sound. Ravi tried to make conversation, but the passenger didn't respond. He sat silently, staring straight ahead, his gaze fixed on the dark road ahead. What made it worse was that the man was soaking wet, and as he sat there, water dripped from his clothes onto the car seat. Ravi felt a sudden chill, and he turned to look at the passenger in the rearview mirror. But the image that he saw made him slam on the brakes and turn around. In the mirror, there was no reflection of the man in the back seat. Panic surged through him. He turned to look again, and this time he saw that the man was gone. He got out of the car and went to the back to find the door open and the seat soaking wet. Yet there was no sign of the man anywhere. As he looked towards the cemetery, he saw a faint figure walking slowly towards the entrance. Ravi didn't need to be told twice. He got into his car and sped away, not daring to look back. The next day, Ravi told his friend Mohan everything that had happened. Mohan listened patiently, and when Ravi was done, he said, "You met him. People say he's been wandering for years. Some claim he's the spirit of a man buried without last rites. Others say he's looking for someone to join him." Mohan explained that the cemetery's night watchman often saw a similar figure, always standing by the same tree at midnight, sometimes by the gate, sometimes among the graves, but always cloaked in white. Over the years, many have entered the cemetery after dark, lured by curiosity or the daredevil thrill of it all, but none have returned to tell the tale. Those who work in the cemetery tell stories of strange occurrences, unexplained footsteps, whispers that seem to come from the graves themselves, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. Some have even reported seeing apparitions, the ghost of a woman in a Victorian nightgown, a man in old-fashioned clothes, or a group of children playing hide-and-seek among the headstones. It seems that in this place of eternal rest, some souls just won't find peace. If you ever find yourself in Bangalore, be cautious of the old cemetery on Old Madras Road, and if you hear tales of a shadowy figure beckoning you from the graveyard, don't be tempted to investigate. Some mysteries are best left unsolved, and some spirits are better left undisturbed.